Hey guys, so this is episode number 1 of what I would love for you to know. First things first, I'll talk about why I'm here in your face, giving a video, and what my big vision is, and how that relates to why I'm sitting here in front of you speaking about what I'm speaking about. So, as many of you may know or may not know, I'm 25 and I have been on a journey of self-discovery for a few years now. And that pretty much rolled out of years of suffering and depression, anxiety, drug addiction, abuse, neglect, and pretty unsteady teenage kind of follow through to a young adult. It was a really rough time, really unclear time. I was more than frustrated with all of life and all of its participants. I never felt heard or fucking understood, let alone valued. So I just used what I could to escape my reality through music, just blocking everything out, or doing drugs just so I could feel. I was very much someone that loved to do the highs and lows and feel everything in between, just to feel like I actually had a fucking existence. And it also really allowed me to get out of my shell and make some friends and participate in society in a way that I wasn't allowing myself to do. I always felt like I was different and that I didn't belong. And you ask anybody I know, for most of my life I would always find the different people or the weirdos to make friends with and kind of make a little safety net circle. I never felt that I was quite like everybody else, like I said. So my whole life I've always been seeking something a bit outside of what we've always been told. I've always had a fucking problem with authority and the way society's run and the conditioning and the programming. I've always kind of been rebelling against it, and I guess when push came to shove and my life was a mess, I just went exploring, I just went looking, I went reading lots of metaphysical books, and I actually did a lot of reading about the dynamic, like family dynamics and what I had grown up in and why my relationships were the way that they were and why my family was the way that they were and how I had become to be the person that I was. I think when you're a teenager you really have no idea why you have the limitations that you do and why you feel the way that you do and why nobody fucking understands you or can hear you or is listening to you. And I really wish I would know the things that I know now as a teenager, because it really would have put some different perspectives in the way I was going about my life and how serious I took things in different frames. I would have allowed myself to feel a lot less shame and really express myself as fully as possible. And I guess, my big vision is to allow young adults to access the amazing parts of life and know what their emotions are about, know who they really are and why we're all here and what we're doing and how that affects them and what that means for them, how it can give them freedom, to give them their own power, to give them a sense of belonging and connection and community. Some things that a lot of us don't actually find growing up the way that we have. Learning to be vulnerable in a sense of strength, learning to share, learning to commit, learning to trust one another as well as groups, as well as ourselves. It's all about finding these things within us. I'm no guru, but I definitely have learnt a lot of things and I've experienced a lot, and I wish to share that. I wish to share that with the world and with the people that I can touch, and see them on their journey of like self-discovery and empowerment, confidence and awakening to their true selves, their authentic selves, and finding finding their true selves and how to express that in the world. It's so powerful, and I definitely think what you learn as a teenager, and if you can bring on board empowerment lessons and, you know, great mindsets and emotional intelligence at that point in your life, that can totally shift anything and everything that you ever touch, put your hand on, or go towards. I was never taught any of those things, nothing about life in that sense, and coming from the real limited family that I did come from, I never thought I would be a success. I never thought I would get anywhere in life, and I never thought I would be able to live the life the way that I love to live it and actually be free of all the crap that I have been through in a mental sense, in an emotional sense, in a physical sense. And I bet you there's a lot of people out there that are feeling so swamped in their own crap, and they would really like someone to put their hand out and give them a hand and listen to them and just hold space for them and let them know that you can walk through it, standing up in your own power. You can walk to the other side, you can own your shit, you can love it, you can clean it, and you can become a better version of yourself, and you can actually create the life that you want to live. You don't have to succumb to what you've been given and what you've been told, or the kind of situation that you've been brought up in and how society looks upon you. You are never your circumstances. You are you. You are the creator. We're all creatives. We're all creating all of our life. We may be doing it unconsciously, but it's about having the conversation of starting to wake up just to the knowing that we are the creators, and our thoughts and our beliefs and our conditionings and our emotions are creating our reality again and again and again. And just being able to tap into that and start questioning what's going on and why this is happening and why you're feeling the way you are and what can we do about it. It doesn't need to be dense and heavy. It can be playful and light and fluffy. That's what it's all about. It's making it lighter in your life. I'm not someone that wants to advocate for doing shadow work all the time and just playing in that arena, because I did that for a long time, and honestly you just end up perpetuating the cycle and manifesting more and more scenarios to actually confirm your wounds. It's about tipping the system on its head and just feeling everything fully through your heart and accepting things and being okay with that. Being okay with who you are as a person, day in, day out, moment to moment, and learning to heal these things for yourself and learn to heal these things in your heart, be able to change your mindset and change your life. I have such a passion and such a really soft spot in my heart for allowing people to find this on their own, and just being able to give them a bit of a path to walk down just to get them started, and they can really dig in and go deep and find their own path. It's just about really touching people's lives. If you have gifts to share, then sometimes the best thing you can do is just speak up about them. So that's what I'm doing, and I'd love to get in contact with people if they're interested. We can have a chat and have a jam session, have a creative session, or just hold space for you and listen to you. Let me know where you're at, what you're struggling with, what you're not understanding. I'm young enough to be able to connect with and trust and know that I've been through a lot of stuff that you're probably going through right now and have no idea how to actually process. I'm not here to judge you. I probably still do a lot of things that you do too. But it's all about defining your life how you want to live it and how you want to define yourself. It's all your choices. You can be and do whatever you want to do, mate. This is your world. You can have it however you want. Thanks, guys.